because Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer has altered the Senate dress code to allow John Fetterman to dress like a slob. Why does John Fetterman dress like a slob? Why is he wearing basketball shorts and a hoodie? Why? I know it's his bit. I know it's his brand. I know he's LARPing as a blue-collar guy, grew up wealthy. I know he's elected a mayor dressing the same way. There's a X account, Polymath. He had an interesting set of tweets on this. He said, I don't care about the Senate dress code one way or the other, but I have yet to see anyone explain why Fetterman can't just dress in a suit and tie. Is he refusing to do so? Is he not capable of functioning if he's not wearing casual clothes? Both of those options seem bad. Now, that has led people to go, well, he did have a stroke. He has depression. Is like his wardrobe part of that? Well, if that's the case, he shouldn't be in the Senate. If you are so impaired that you can't properly even dress, why should I trust that you can in turn vote on the laws in this country, including potential, although we don't do it anymore, congressional acts of war, declarations of war? We haven't declared war in quite some time. That hasn't stopped us from going to war. Polymath said the following, I know why I think Fetterman can't dress in a suit and tie. I think it's because he isn't capable of it, and making him do so would expose the fact that he is a human cardboard cutout who's been installed in the Senate. All the work of a senator is being done by his staff, including his Twitter handle, and his only job is to hold an ID card that says John Fetterman and raise his hand when they tell him to. And he's actually not capable of doing that in a suit and tie because of how fragile he is. I don't know. Well, I certainly think he's incapable of the job. Is he incapable of fastening the buttons on a dress shirt? I don't know. I think he's refusing to do so. I think he is disrespectful. Why do I think that? Because they altered the dress code for him. That means the dress code before required him to wear a suit, and he just didn't. So they moved to him. They accommodated him. He was refusing before. The dress code moved to him. And by the way, I'm fully aware that right now I'm wearing a gray T-shirt talking to you on a podcast. I happen to be hosting a digital show, not showing up to the United States Senate. I think the dress code is different. I think if I were at the United States Senate, I would wear a suit and tie. I know I'd wear a suit and tie. I think there are some things in this world that still require acceptability, respectability. A lot of people have been posting pictures of ball games, baseball games from like the 1930s and 40s. Everybody in the stands, suit and tie. Airplane travel, in the 60s, suit and tie. And I like that we've moved more casual in many things. Again, wearing a T-shirt right now. I like being real, being authentic. I like that movement. I also recognize, hey, I think we've gone a little far. We're down to sweats now. It was only 20 years ago, 25 years ago that, Seinfeld was making jokes about sweatpants. It just means you've given up. Wear sweatpants, you just have given up. Now, I will say sweatpants have changed. They're much more stylish, better fabric. Don't look as sloppy as they once did. Not the kind of stuff that Fetterman's wearing. He's still wearing what looks like those loose mesh, seriously, basketball shorts I try to get my sons out of all the time, and a hoodie. Doesn't get you. Where do you go from there? This is my point. How far have we gone? What's the next? How could he be sloppier? What would be the next step for him to even getting more cash? Fetterman comes home from a hard day at the United States Senate and puts on what? What's he wear shoe-wise? Is he wearing like basketball shoes too? I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised. The next step is slides, right? He's going to roll up into the Senate wearing slides. I get, it's got to be his next step. What's after that? Like a loose-fitting, ratty-hold tank top? Like that? During a hot summer? Because he's depressed? And you get on an airplane now, and by the way, I don't want to fly. I don't want to fly in a suit and tie. I've got to the point where, My jeans and boots are super uncomfortable. I want to stop wearing cowboy boots on planes. So I get it. Like, I want to be comfortable. We're getting more casual, but you ride a plane now, and we're hanging out in everybody's. I mean, I don't even know if we're in their living room. We're like in their bedroom, roughly, right after they got up and threw on the first thing, when they go down to get their cup of coffee. We're in that phase of public appearance. I don't know. I actually think that the way that Fetterman is dressing isn't just symbolic. It is symbolic, but it is absolutely disqualifying. You just shouldn't be able to dress like a slob. It is hitting hard. It's pretty matter of fact. I think it's pretty clean. I think it's a good rule. You shouldn't be able to dress like a slob in the United States Senate.